You're listening to The Rich Life Revolution with me, Michelle Cooper. My mission is to empower you to step into your next level of wealthy. You'll hear all the deets, a little bit of inspiration, and real life takeaways so that you can create your own rich life revolution. Let's dig in. Hey, welcome back to the Rich Life Revolution. I'm your host, Michelle, and today we're going to be talking about a burnout. If you're an entrepreneur, a business owner, or a high achiever who's ever felt drained, uninspired, or just plain over it, this episode is for you. And I'm doing this episode because I'm kind of in that over it energy. I feel over quite a few things that are going on in my life and in my business. I'm like, I'm done. The amount of times I have sent a text recently to friends saying, I'm out, I'm done, I'm over it. It's crazy. So let's be real here, because that's what this is all about. Building a business can be exhilarating, but it can also be exhausting. Maybe your revenue has plateaued. Maybe no amount of espresso can keep you going anymore. And if you're constantly running on fumes, I want to ask you, are you actually making money? Or are you burning yourself out trying to make money? This is a really important thing that we get honest about. Today, we're talking about entrepreneurial burnout, how to recognize it, how it's silently sabotaging your success, and most importantly, the energy hack that high-achieving leaders are using to stay aligned, energized, and profitable. Sounds like something you need? Well, stick with me, because here we go. Let's get right into it. If you've been feeling off, like the business you once loved is now sucking the life out of you, you are not alone, my girlfriend. I am standing beside you in complete alignment. Here's a wild stat that I found. Nearly 90% of entrepreneurs struggle with at least one mental health challenge, and 34.4% report experiencing burnout. That means if you're feeling drained, uninspired, or overwhelmed, you are not the only one. And trust me, girlfriend, I get it. At the end of 2023, I looked at my numbers and they were not so good. I had launched many different services and created programs, and yet my revenue, even though it was growing, the profitability had crashed. It was an eye-opener. I felt like a failure, but what I didn't realize was that my obsession with pushing harder was actually the thing that was draining me the most. So burnout doesn't happen overnight. It creeps in slowly. And before you know it, you're in a full-blown burnout loop that can look like this. Work harder to make money, leading to feeling exhausted, leading to work harder, like even harder, leading to crash, rinse and repeat. Does that sound familiar to you? Well, let's talk about the top 5 warning signs of burnout so you can catch it before it takes over your life. So extreme fatigue and brain fog. You're exhausted, and coffee is basically your personality at this point. Overwhelm and indecision. Your intuition is gone, and even small decisions feel massive. Some people call this decision fatigue. Lack of creativity. The ideas just aren't coming like they used to. Neglecting self-care. You know it matters, but who has time to get on that Peloton? You know it matters, but who can step away from your desk to go for a walk? You know it matters, but who can not scroll your phone before you go to bed? And the 5th one, loss of enjoyment and fulfillment. Your business, your career, the thing you built now feels like a burden. Every hour spent in burnout is an hour not spent in alignment with your fullest potential. So let me just emphasize that by saying it again. Every hour spent in burnout is an hour not spent in alignment with your fullest potential. And here's the real kicker. Burnout isn't just a you problem. Left untreated, it costs you your physical and mental health, your income and business growth, your joy, your impact, your energy. And that's going to affect everybody around you. So what can we do about it? How can we break this burnout cycle or this loop that we might be in? Well, let me tell you something that nobody's telling you, because there's lots of people telling you what to do. I'm going to tell you some honest truth just off the hip. Your joy is your biggest energy hack for success. Yep, I said it. The secret to sustainable energy and success is not more caffeine, it is not working more, and it is not another productivity hack or time management tool. It's alignment to your joy. The most successful entrepreneurs that I know, those who aren't just making money, but are actually happy, prioritize joy, ease, and energy alignment. Because when you feel good, you make better decisions. Your energy attracts opportunities. And instead of chasing success, you embody it. So if you're in a burnout or you're approaching a burnout, let's take a step back and reconnect with what really matters. Here are 3 powerful questions to help you realign. The first one, vision check. What do you actually want for your future? What does happily ever after look like to you? Spoiler alert, more money is not a vision. It's a byproduct, right? So the answer is not more money. What does your lived experience look like? Number 2, we're going to talk about redefining success. So how does success actually feel for you? Is it freedom, joy? Is it wellness? Once you identify that, your job is to create more of those feelings in your life right now. And healing at the root is number 3. When did you first learn that you had to work hard to make money? Where do you feel that belief in your body? Why is this okay? So these questions help you uncover the real reason behind your burnout, because it's never just about overworking. It's about unhealed beliefs around success, money, and self-worth. So let's be real again. Burnout is more than exhaustion. It's actually super expensive. It costs you money because a tired brain makes poor business decisions. It costs you impact because you're too drained to show up powerfully. And it costs you, your health, your joy, and your relationships. And here's why you're listening to this episode right now. Because something in you knows it's time to shift. So let's make a deal. You didn't build your business or your career to become a prisoner to it. You built it for freedom, impact, and joy. We're all the same. So starting today, I want you to do one thing that fuels your energy instead of drains it. One thing that brings you joy. Because when you prioritize alignment over hustle, success becomes a hell of a lot easier. So that's all for today's episode of the Rich Life Revolution. If this hit home for you, screenshot this episode and tag me on social media. I'd love to hear your biggest takeaway. Find me on all the channels at Michelle B. Cooper. Until next time, stay aligned, stay energized, and go build the life you deserve. Thanks for hanging out with me. I hope you got at least one gold nugget today. Be sure to grab your copy of the Rich Life Revolution workbook to help you set the foundation for your next level of wealthy. Get it now at richliferevolution.ca, and I'll see you later.